Dyson's V8 Absolute cordless vacuum cleaner takes everything great about that impressive V6 Absolute and ramps things up a notch. It doesn't look too dissimilar to its predecessor, and Dyson is hardly reinventing the wheel. But these intricate improvements over radical changes are what makes the V8 Absolute the best cordless vacuum cleaner you can buy right now. We bought the Dyson V8 Absolute for testing on Amazon from the official sellers, and if you want to get the same experience that we did, we highly recommend that you buy from the same place. Links will be in the description. If you like this video, remember to click like and subscribe. Unsurprisingly, the new V8 Absolute tops Dyson's extensive range of cordless vacuum cleaners. That means it comes with all the tools imaginable, including the fabulous soft roller hard floor head, aka the Fluffy, 2 further powered brush heads, and detailed cleaning tools. Dyson's also improved the filtration, and while the V8 is a bit heavier than the V6 and more expensive, it's also head and shoulders above every other cordless vacuum on the market. The V8 is an evolution of the V6, and at a quick glance you could mistake them for identical twins. Yet look closely, and the V8 and all its tools have undergone subtle yet significant upgrades. The battery pack is a little chunkier and has a much higher capacity, the bin diameter is slightly larger, and the rear twist-to-remove filter is a little bigger. The V6 had its maximum power switch in the middle of the filter housing, and this has moved to a more convenient slide switch on top for the V8. The handle and trigger remain positioned between the motor housing and battery pack, lending it near-perfect balance in the hand. The most significant design change is almost invisible from the outside, and that is the way the bin is emptied. On the V6, a slide clip released to the base of the canister, but debris like matted hair did sometimes need a little encouragement to fall out, either a thump on top or poking with your finger. The V8 has a top clip that allows the central cyclone to pull up and away from the bin while the base flap simultaneously opens. The net result is that any debris in the bin is immediately ejected out of the base without any need for jiggery or pokery. All of the tools attached to the handheld unit directly or via the extension tube supplied. Annoyingly, the fitting for tools is slightly different to the V6, so you can't use cleaning heads from previous cordless models. Likewise, the neat wall docks are unique to each generation. While the central cyclone core filters are identical, the new V8 rear exhaust filter sports a larger body and side vents rather than the all-over vents of the V6 Absolute. Both are fully washable, but the design of the new rear filter housing polarized opinion in the test team. There's good reason for this change, however, as exhaust air on the V8 is now directed in 2 jets out to the left and right of the cleaner instead of straight out the back. It's less likely to blow straight into your face like on previous models. Even when it does, the high-efficiency filtration means it is only air though, as particles down to as small as 0.3 microns are captured by the filters. As 0.3 micron particles will suspend in the air, the V8 should be, in theory, leaving the air in your room cleaner than when you started vacuuming. If you've ever used an electric toothbrush, you might have noticed that its motor begins to spin slower as the battery runs down. This isn't the case with the V8, as with previous models, as a fade-free lithium-ion battery is used. Whether you're using it with a fully charged battery or towards the end, the level of suction remains the same. Suction, too, isn't significantly affected by the level of dirt accumulated in the bin either. To test out the vacuum suction power, I ran it through the paces with 100 grams of flour, sand, rice, and cereal on both hardwood and carpeted floors. The key was selecting the right tool for the job. The cleaner head meant for carpets was abysmal at picking up cereal on the wooden floor, for example, merely pushing the O's around instead of sucking them up. When the cereal got stuck in the roller, the vacuum's motor started pulsing on and off, letting me know there was a problem. When the proper accessory was attached, the Dyson did a pretty good job of picking up the messes, especially the rice and cereal, picking up about 97% for both in a minute of cleaning. Max mode proved the way to go when picking up the admittedly heavy particles of sand, and we saw an average of a 16% improvement on performance. The direct drive cleaner head also performed excellently on my carpet surface too, collecting the cat litter spill with minimal fuss and with only the occasional loose piece flying off waywardly. The direct drive head is able to push its bristles deep into your carpet, pulling up fine debris even in the pile. The direct drive floor cleaning head has an articulating ball joint, which makes it incredibly nimble. Cleaning around chair legs and under cupboards became almost enjoyable as the V8 danced around objects and glided over surfaces aided by the power profile heads. The mini motorized tool made light work of more difficult ground and dirt, too. Dyson promises 40 minutes of runtime on standard power mode without the powered tools and 25 minutes with, and we can't argue with those figures. We consistently achieved between 39 and 43 minutes of cleaning time with the passive tools, which meant several trips around the home going over the same rooms time and time again. Boring, but it did prove a point on just how much runtime you actually need. The V8 Absolute proved adept at going from hard floors to carpeted areas without any issues, making it a very versatile cleaner and certainly capable of a full house clean with its improved battery life. The only downside is the price is a lot of money to spend on anything, let alone a vacuum cleaner. But you get what you pay for with the V8. It cleans as well as a main powered cleaner, but is several times easier to use. If you're still holding on to a 5 or 10-year-old vacuum cleaner, you won't believe the difference. We bought the Dyson V8 Absolute for testing on Amazon from the official sellers, and if you want to get the same experience that we did, we highly recommend that you buy from the same place. Links will be in the description. If you like this video, remember to click like and subscribe.